Now that the James Bond film No Time to Die finally had its premiere, Billie Eilish got to meet Prince William and Kate Middleton for the very first time and was visibly starstruck to say the least. Let's get into it. Almost 2 full years after its original release date slated for November 2019, James Bond's 25th film No Time to Die finally held its world premiere in London on Tuesday. The film's main cast, including 007 himself, Daniel Craig, as well as Rami Malek, Ana de Armas, Lashana Lynch, and Naomi Harris arrived at the Royal Albert Hall, where Billie Eilish and Finneas were also invited as special guests. Though the release of No Time to Die was reportedly delayed because of the ongoing pandemic, Billie debuted the film's theme song of the same title over a year ago, which she wrote with Finneas. Billie could hardly contain her excitement at the cinematic event, and at one point, she even told the BBC, "It's going to be crazy. Oh my god, I'm gonna pee myself." So Billie. And keeping tradition alive, members of the royal family also attended the premiere, not only to watch the latest Bond flick, but also to interact with the cast and artists involved in the project. It just so happens that the moment that Billie and Finneas met the royals was actually caught on tape and even shared on the royal family's official YouTube channel. Yep, in case you guys didn't know, they also have their own YouTube channel. Billie met Prince William first, and she excitedly shook his hand and even bowed to him before breaking into a conversation that was hard to make out what was being said. Moments later, Billie beamed as she shook hands with Kate Middleton, the Duchess of Cambridge, and she was all smiles while they also exchanged a few words. No word yet on what Kate and Prince William chatted about with Billie, but hopefully she'll share some of the details soon with fans. Over the years, it's become a tradition for a big musical act to provide the latest James Bond films with a signature song, like Sam Smith famously did in Spectre and Adele in Skyfall. And Billie and Finneas also told the BBC that it was actually them who reached out to the producers of the Bond franchise about wanting to write a song for the latest installment. Even though they were eventually given the green light, it didn't come easy to them at first. Billie went on to explain, "We had an intense amount of writer's block as soon as we were called to action." Finneas added they even ended up renting out a studio to go and try to write, but nothing came of it. Lucky for them, inspiration struck when they least expected it. "We ended up writing and recording the whole song in a tour bus in Texas," Finneas recounted. "It took about 3 days." But even when they had completed the song, they had one more hoop to jump through before landing the gig. Daniel Craig had to approve it. The music duo learned that he had a big say in it, as he's really involved in many different aspects of the film, and lucky for them, Daniel ended up liking the track, and well, the rest is history. We can't wait to hear Billie's voice play throughout the No Time to Die that is scheduled to hit theaters in just a few days. And hey, who knows, maybe she even makes a cameo. Now that would be an amazing surprise. Now go ahead and click right over here to find out why Billie had to recently interrupt one of her songs and call out security during a recent performance. After that, let me know your thoughts on how Billie handled herself meeting the royals in the comments section below. I'm your host, Susan Morad. You can find me on socials at Susan_Morad. I'll catch you later. Bye guys.